Hey there, welcome to the Nutrition Contradiction YouTube channel. I am Lana, and I'm going to host this channel. This is my first ever YouTube video, so bear with me. I really wanted this first video to just be an introduction to the channel and to me and to the concept of why I picked the name Nutrition Contradiction. I was going to hold off on doing anything in the social media realm until I graduated with my bachelor's degree or reached some magical weight loss goal. Someday, that's not now. But I decided against that, and I'm just going to go for it. The worst thing that can happen is nobody watches these. So another reason actually that I wanted to do it now was I was recently watching a YouTube channel called Nisha Loves It. She's an RN, and she is married to Dr. Ken Berry, who is very big in the keto world, keto and carnivore, on YouTube and social media. And she was talking, I think it was an old video, she was talking about her journey with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And sometimes you can listen to somebody else's experiences, and it's like they give language to something that you have experienced, but you didn't have the words or the language yourself. And then once you hear somebody else explain it, you kind of put the pieces together for yourself. So I figured that that just actually happened to me a couple days ago. And it's happened to me a lot along the way because YouTube videos were very helpful for me to follow the experts and to follow the scientific research that they were going by, and everything that's out there. There's a lot of research on low carb, high fat, low carb, healthy fat, ketogenic lifestyle. So I decided to just go for it and point other people to these experts. So a little bit about me. I'm going to try to keep this short because the video keeps end up being way too long. I've been in occupational therapy for about 8 years. Before that, feels like a lifetime ago, I was in the military. I was in the Coast Guard for 9 years. For the last 6 years, I've been in a specialty role in occupational therapy. I was teaching people with physical, emotional, mental disabilities how to drive or how to relearn how to drive after an injury, sometimes with equipment, sometimes without equipment. Sorry about that. But for the last year, I really want to focus on that part. For the last year, I decided to open my own specialty driving school, be my own boss. It was just myself and an office manager, and it was an awesome experience. We were up and running for just over 6 months. We did very well. And then this thing happened. I don't know if you heard about it, but there was this pandemic. Yeah, it shut us down totally. So we were not able to get any assistance. We were just way too small for the government to help us, and too new to qualify for anything. I got a different job, and I am a FedEx delivery driver. That is a whole different type of crazy. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit at the end. But for that 1 year that I worked for myself, functional medicine talks about switching over from a fight or flight mode into a rest and digest mode. And I feel like for the 38 years of my life, I've been in the fight or flight mode. I almost think that it's kind of a natural mode to be in. You have to teach yourself to get into the rest and digest mode. And I really was able to, and I was able to focus on me and my health in a way that I had never experienced. So it was an awesome year up until a couple months ago. But along the way in this journey, because I am in school now, I'm going to graduate at the beginning of next year with a bachelor's degree, Bachelor's of Science in Nutritional Science. And then from there, I haven't exactly figured out what I want to do yet, but I'll figure it out when I get there. So like I was going to say, along the way, I've lost a bit of weight, and I've been a little bit vocal about how much I love keto. So family members and friends have reached out to me to give them advice and help them along their way. There's actually been quite a few of them. And that's when I realized that that's what I want to do. I want to help people, but not only help people get better and get healthier, which is cool, but help people think in a different way. So that's where the contradiction comes in. It is very hard for some people to accept that what they have been taught their whole life may not be true. And it was a little bit different for me, and I think that is because of an experience I went through in 2017. I don't even know what to say about that. It was I would call it an inner revolution. And actually that is where I started taking seriously the responsibility that I held for my health. So in this experience that I had back in 2017 and 2018, the way I viewed the world and the way I viewed myself in relation to the world and the universe, I know, deep stuff, totally changed. And it made me, how do I put this? It made me think about my time here on Earth very differently, and even what happens after my time here on Earth. And those two concepts together made me take seriously my health for the first time in a way that I had never before. So I guess that's what I'll say about that. But that's also going through that experience and not just switching what you believe to the opposite of what you've always believed, but diving so far into it that you get to the heart of the contradiction within it. It's a very individualistic kind of thing. I don't know. We'll move on from there because I don't know exactly how to explain that. So at that point, I was about 100 pounds or more overweight in 2018. Yes. I'm absolutely sure that I had a significant amount of insulin resistance. I never had it tested or checked by a doctor. But I would also say my metabolism had to have been very fried, because in the 15 or 16 years before that, it was just a constant yo-yo dieting. I mean, I'm talking, there were 3 or 4 times where I put on 80 pounds or more, and then did massive calorie restrictions and massive cardio, kickboxing, running miles a day to lose the weight and feel better about myself. And then carb addiction, food addiction, my relationship with food, all of it would come back into the picture, and I would put the weight back on. And I did try keto really quickly in 2017, and I do remember, I did not stick with it, but I remember telling people how amazing I felt, the mental clarity. You know, you don't know that you're not clear until you feel the clarity. And the tiredness that I had always associated with my thyroid cleared. Now that I've been doing this for 6 months, and back then I did it for like 6 weeks, but now that I've been doing this for over 6 months, I can't imagine going back to feeling the way that I used to. No. So we're not gonna. Let's see. What else did I want to say? So I really want to focus on helping people wrap their head around the fact that their not gonna die by eating more fat. That saturated fat's not killing them. That dietary cholesterol is not killing them. Just learning to think a better way. I don't want this to be too long. So, what else? I think that's about it. So the next video that I want to do is definitely going to be on my experience with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism in 2006. I was in the military. I had to fight just to get that diagnosis, which probably was not a good thing. And I never found out. I didn't find out until this year when I figured out what to ask for that I had Hashimoto's, which does make a difference despite what my doctor may think. Don't get me started on doctors. I actually will say this. I don't know how so many doctors remain doctors, simply because I tend to think the best of people. And I think, especially my doctor, I think she went to be a doctor to help people, and she cares about people, and she wants to make people better. And you get 10, 15, I don't even know how many years she's been a doctor, and you hardly see anybody getting better. I can't imagine how depressing that is. There comes a point where you have to say, you know, is nobody listening to my advice, or am I giving bad advice? My one other reason for starting the YouTube channel now is, as I mentioned, I am now a FedEx delivery driver. And I say it like that because it is a bit crazy. I have a crazy hectic schedule. I'm working 50 to 60 hours a week. I have one day off. I have 2 kids. I'm back in school, so I'm in 2 classes at a time right now. This is not rest and digest mode. But here's the thing. I want to find a way to get back into that mode, get back into that mindset, and make it work, because I have more healing to do of my thyroid, of my gut, of my everything. So I have one day a week that I need to do all my meal prep so that the kids can eat when I'm not home, so that I have food to take to work with me. There's just a lot of stuff. Not to mention all the other things you have to do in one day. So what I want to do is maybe even start an Instagram channel under Nutrition Contradiction and figure out a way to reach people who don't have the luxurious year that I just had to rest and digest and to heal, and figure out a way that we can, that I can help people or motivate people to do that, and along the way help myself do it. I think that's about it. I said the next video. I don't want to make this too long because I've already had to redo it 4 times. So yeah. Oh, I have to tell you to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see where it goes. All right. Bye.